Hi, my name is Kayla Preston, and I decided to do my midterm project and report on Comcast NBC Universal. And I decided to study the human resources policies and recruitment policies, and you'll see in a bit all the policies that I covered in it. Comcast NBC Universal is obviously, as everybody knows, one of the most well-known technology and entertainment corporations known worldwide. It broadcasts, tons of shows, movies, and music, and they have a really good reputation of having like a good training and recruitment policy. As you can see on the slide, I put up their revenue, locations, employees, and stock prices. So as you can see, as I put up there, I put their revenue, locations, employees, and stock prices. The stock price is around $41.46, and that was recorded on June 9th, 2019. Their revenue is about $98.6 billion per year, and they have over 184,000 employees in their 6 offices: Philadelphia, which is headquarters, in Atlanta, Detroit, New York, New Hampshire, and then Denver. So Comcast's recruitment policy is actually very interesting. They have over about 1 million people who apply for employment yearly for their company and for NBC. And about 70% of those people who apply are usually recruited by talent acquisition teams. And then the rest come from like employer referrals and things like that. And I put those two quotes up there to strive, develop, retain, and embrace a workforce that reflects the communities that they serve. So Comcast, as you can see by their second quote, is really, really big on diversity and hiring a lot more women, and they want their company to be over 40% of women and other culture of employees of other cultures and women. They usually partner with colleges. They have a lot of programs that recruit students. And they're really into leadership and career advancement. And then I put all of their job categories on the bottom for you to see. Sorry, it's kind of small. Comcast compensation has a lot of really important aspects to it. They have health, life, perks, and career benefits. Their health include, medical, dental, vision coverage, life insurance, 401k plan, things like that. While their life is more about paid vacation time, tuition reimbursement, child and adult care programs. They also have perks like discounts for the Universal Parks and movie screenings and fitness club and Comcast courtesy services discounts as well. When it comes to executive compensation, usually the committee will review the recommendations of the compensation committee, and they will make recommendations to the board with respect. For corporate governance, these are just a few examples like director qualifications, director compensation, board committees and officers, and management succession planning. These all promote fairness and transparency and accountability, and they reflect the Comcast commitment to integrity in its dealings with all of its stakeholders as well. Comcast training is very similar to its recruitment policy. They're really big on making employees feel comfortable and big on making employees feel like safe and making sure that their skills and assets are being put to good use. That's why their recruitment is so highly respected and genuine. They do a really good job of scanning resumes and making sure that people are comfortable where they're working and their skills are being used in their departments. They have a lot of programs, some that I've listed here. One really popular one that people have probably heard of is NBCU on Campus. These are for nearby college students that are near Comcast corporate offices, like in those locations I said before. And these are really good for internship opportunities, like a first look at your first job, the post-grad opportunities, and also the Future Leaders Program, which is a knockoff of NBCU. And it's really important for those students to get that experience. So when it comes to employee relations, Comcast is actually not that high on the list, even though they have made it to many, top places to work lists on Google or, anything like that. A lot of employees have complained that the company has turned into very like sales obsessive. They get very into just making money and the success of the company and not really the success of the employees, which is kind of disappointing. It just is really disappointing because the recruitment and training policies are so individual based, while employee relations are more about company success. But I did list some of the groups here that are available for employees. A lot of them have to do with diversity because, like I said before, diversity is really important to Comcast, and they're really trying to expand the workforce and expand the type of people that they hire. So, Comcast Performance Management is very focused on corporate social responsibility, which I put there, which basically means like the ethics of their company and how it's enforced in the office. They really center on working with purpose, like I put there as well, which is basically how like the company will get certain tasks done and products approved. And obviously, if a company isn't working with purpose and ethically, then it would not be successful because it wouldn't be getting anything done, they wouldn't be timely, and they would lose a lot of their customers. So they also are really focused on social innovation. And this is basically what keeps the company modern and fresh with new ideas. So they are always appealing to a fresh audience. That's really important for a media company. Also, media that matters, which I also put there. They are always needing to brighten up and switch around everything they're putting on the internet and cable. Obviously, if the same entertainment specials were on every day, they wouldn't have a wide range of customers. So it's really important. So this is obviously their 10K, and it just kind of just like is a little summary. It's from September 21st, 2018, and it's just a little summary of their like annual report, how much they made, how it just relates to the company's success and how they've been doing relating to sales and to customer service and everything like that that goes into a media entertainment company. This was found on the Comcast website. So this is a screenshot of their stock from their website. Like I said before, their stock is almost $42, and this was recorded on June 7th, 2019, so it's pretty recent. And their Nasdaq name is CNCSA. Their stock prices fluctuate, obviously, but their market share is 1.03%. And also, their 5-year trends represent how successful the company has been and how they've improved, not proved, and their net income and everything. So this is just a screenshot of their dividends that was also found on the Comcast website. And you can see, their declare date, the record date. This is just the accounts, like the accounting part of it. But I also want to take some time to talk about their competitors. One is Hulu, and their yearly revenue is about $1.8 billion with about 1,000 employees. And another competitor is Spectrum, and their yearly revenue is about $44.2 billion with about 98,000 employees. So a third competitor is T-Mobile with $43.3 billion in yearly revenue and about 50,000 employees in corporate. And finally, Amazon, which is the biggest, obviously, is $232.9 billion in yearly revenue and about 650,000 employees. It's just interesting how all of this ties together and how, despite all of their differences, all of these companies are still, successful in their own ways, yet they have such a broad range of customers. So, like I said, Comcast is a very successful company. Despite its negative reviews on employee relations, it has so many different policies. Their recruitment and training policies all focused on employee comfort and skill level, while the employee relations kind of differ by focusing more on company success as a whole. And recruiting and training is definitely more individually based, but it just shows how a company's other aspects can really mask one bad one and how their success is really driven by the internal work of the employees. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to keep doing assignments in class.